Hello out there. And today I thought I'd do a video on pipe tobacco advertisements, particularly television. Uh, get the housekeeping out of the way. I thought it'd be only fitting I'd smoke some St. Bruno flake, which is fitting in my book. Get away from my coffee, bug. In my 150 Peterson Shannon, a little bulldog. Now a lot of these commercials I've seen, or thanks to YouTube, were made in Great Britain. They got personality. I remember a few on this side of the Atlantic. For those of you too young, way too young to remember, or have any kind of memory of, or just plain don't know, at one time, of course, yes, we had tobacco product advertisements on television. But they, I guess there was a loophole. That's the only thing I can figure there for a little bit. There was 3 commercials that were on TV when I was a kid. They didn't stay on for long. The one was for chewing tobacco called RJ Gold. Yeah, I did chew that once. I kind of chewed tobacco a few times when I was a kid. That was the last time. Oh, RJ Gold made me spit more in a cobra in a tournament match. It was the last time my brother Robin ever tried any tobacco product. He was just as bad. You couldn't keep him spitting. Now they had 2 commercials for Captain Black. One of them, if I remember, was a football player, and I can't remember who the football player is. Maybe some of y'all would remember. And he talk about, after a game or something, when he needed to unwind and relax, he'd grab for Captain Black. And there was one of, would look like somebody, captain of a sailboat or something, small ship. It's a sailing vessel. He's wearing that turtleneck sweater. Him, look like an old sea captain. Somewhere trying to win the World Cup, or finding some exotic lands, or hopefully to get some undiscovered treasure. And that was about it. I think I watched one advertisement from YouTube on Dr. Gerbeau. It was all right, but didn't quite have enough personality in me. But a lot of them, yeah, they made them, I guess, all over Europe, as anywhere else, or anywhere in the world for that matter. They do it with personality. Excuse me a minute. Oh. Well, a couple of them were cigars. One was like a little cheroot. I think it was called Hamlet. Day's gone really bad, or the whole world's gone to hell in a handbasket. Grab for the little cigar called Hamlet. And Castello. That was another one, dude. It's always with some skin-headed dude doing the commercials. And he's pulling off some stunt that was really stupendous. Well, one of them, it was like they were doing like the Magnificent Seven. Bandits come to town. He knocks down the door coming out of a building. And the bandits are laughing at him, and he just whips out a Castello cigar and takes a match and strikes it off his buddy's face. That'd been enough to start a fight. Out nowhere, out of the, and like the little gardens up on the roof, you have men popping out with rifles, and he wins. That skin him wins the day again. Yeah, it was something else. Oh, I guess as far as pipe tobacco, I'll start with, I guess, so far it's still one of my favorites, St. Bruno. Oh, in that good old St. Bernard. There was a couple of the advertisements for, oh, one fella, he was out fishing. And he decided it was time for a pipe. Only to find out, I guess either he ran out of tobacco or he forgot to bring any. And he stuck out there in the middle of the lake. Really sad and disappointed. And here comes another boat. A St. Bernard with a pouch tied around his neck. St. Bruno saves the day. Oh, you just can't beat that. I'm still trying to get that dog next door to do the same thing. I think the only thing that damn dog will ever tote is ticks and fleas. Excuse me again. Sorry. There's one like a young fellow. I guess he was headed towards his private yacht. Smoking on some St. Bruno, and here comes this big group of ladies chasing him like he was part of a rock band or something. I'm surprised they weren't screaming at the top of their lungs or trying to tear his clothes off. Oh, and this one, been told it's a real man smoke. Condor. That Condor Moment. Oh, I think one of my favorites is fellow trying to enjoy some quiet moments at a bench, reading a book, and he's smoking his pipe. Along comes these two punks up at the pond. I mean, they were acting like punks. They were teenage boys with an RC boat. They put the boat in the water, started chasing the ducks around, just giving them ducks pure hell. And they thought it was funny. It was. But the fellow smoking his pipe back on the bench, he had his own RC toy, a submarine. Brought it up and torpedoed that boat. You gotta see the look on the boys' faces. Looked like something Mark, the Welsh Piper, would probably pull off on somebody. Nobody disturbs that Condor Moment. Or this fella, he's trying to enjoy a nice, quiet moment with his pipe. Look, if I remember, it was like he was leaning up on a switch on a canal, and sells this man notices what he's smoking. I mean, he's yammering away, just talking about what he's smoking. Condor Mild. And he remembers his first bowl of Condor going around that K. And the fella just starts, he just hits the switch and drains the water out of the lock, and you can see the man just going down, down. He's still talking as he going. Now, it's been a while since I watched this one on YouTube. I can't remember if it's Mellow Virginia Benson Hedges. Well, a fellow, he just walks in his house and finds a Dear John letter from his wife. I think she ran off with the milkman or something. And the only thing he does is casually walks up to the fireplace mantle, grabs his pipe, stuffs it, and takes the last match, lights it to the letter, and lights his pipe. He didn't care. As long as he had his pipe, he was cool with it. Well, there's a few more, but I can't. Trying to think of at least one more. Oh, Gold Brick. I've never heard of this until YouTube. Now, I've heard from some people on YouTube, it ain't the best tasting stuff out there. They have an advertisement. A fellow was trying to get into an exclusive club. And he's discussing his chances with the one that I guess senior members, who happens to be holding his pipe with nothing in it. And asked the young fellow who wanted to get in if he'd give him a little bit of tobacco. So the fellow, whips out his pouch of Gold Brick. And this fellow had the nerve to put his normal size pipe up and whips out one with a bowl. Looks like you can use it in a soup kitchen. And practically stuffs half the pouch in that bowl. And assures the young man his membership is good as approved. The nerve. Now, I've seen one for Clan. It starts out like in the city, in the industrial area. That nice industrial landscape look. Smokestacks are just steadily billowing out stuff. And inside of a building, it's kind of smoggy and stuff. Ladies walking down, that fella's walking down. He lights his pipe, and then I guess the aroma gets her attention. The next thing you know, he's out in the woods, smoking his pipe, and she finds him, and it ends. Don't smoke like a chimney, smoke Clan. With some nice jazzy music in the background. Okay, that's about all I got for now. I'll be back as soon as I can. Thank you for dropping in.